The world's most insane and dangerous attractions. If your ideal holiday includes something wilder than just spending a nice day at the beach or relaxing at a spa, then you'll want to know all about what we have in store for you today. This video is for all the brave, adrenaline-seeking info junkies out there. Welcome to Info Junkie TV, where we teach you all about the world's craziest and most mind-blowing things. Today, we'll be exploring some of the world's most insane tourist attractions. So stay tuned and make sure you hit that subscribe button for more amazing content. And now, on to our list. Junkie Cliffside Path. If you're afraid of heights, then this attraction is absolutely not for you. Known as one of the scariest cliffside walks in the world, the Junkie Cliffside Path is the perfect attraction for adventurers and tourists looking for a thrilling experience. It is located on the eastern side of South Peak at 2,155 meters, making it the highest peak on Mount Hua. Built over 700 years ago by a Taoist priest named He Zhen, the wooden rafters were inlaid with stone nails on the cliff to support him while he climbed up the mountain to cultivate his morality. And even though the local government has since strengthened the wooden planks and regularly renovates them, this remains one of the most dangerous hiking trails in the world due to its narrow path and the single safety rope protecting you from the bottomless chasm. The path in its entirety is about 130 meters long and divided into 3 sections. The first 20 meters are what we call the upper section. It is 70 centimeters wide, making it the safest part of the plank walk. It is also the place where you get your safety rope. The second section, or medium section, is 10 meters long and almost vertical. Tourists must grip onto the iron chain and walk carefully on what are essentially metal bars carved into the cliffside. They then move on to the lower section, which is the most dangerous part of the walk. The planks are wedged into stone holes, but some parts of this section have no planks, so hikers must step into each stone hole one by one. In addition to that, the plank doesn't lead to other paths in the mountain. It's a one-way trip, so if you want to climb higher or lower, you're forced to go back the way you came. Now imagine being on this extremely steep path and having to maneuver around someone coming the opposite direction. Yikes! Next, we have the 500-foot-high bridge. China's Wansheng Ordovician theme park is home to the world's longest glass footbridge, as well as a wide number of other terrifying sky-high attractions. The 500-foot-high bridge, known as Jizian Feiyu, is essentially little more than a horizontal ladder with big slats in between each ledge. As the guests hop from one ledge to the next, trying not to fall, they are only protected by a single harness and no safety net beneath them. The bridge is made of a very thick sheet of glass and completely see-through, so you can enjoy the view, or not, of the massive drop beneath you. The attraction was built in 1 year and cost $6.5 million. It also made it into the Book of Guinness World Records as the longest of its kind. Although, recently it got a huge uproar when a video surfaced showing a man's harness snapping. He'd thankfully arrived at the podium safely before realizing it, but the theme park got a lot of negative publicity due to this incident and is now closed down. Next, we have volcano boarding. If snow isn't your thing, then maybe this will catch your eye. Volcano boarding or volcano surfing is an extreme sport performed on volcano slopes, the most popular one being the Cerro Negro in western Nicaragua. The country is known for having 19 active volcanoes scattered around it, and is the only place in the world where you can hike up a still active volcano and slide down, sitting or standing, on a thin plywood or metal board. The sport can be divided into 2 categories. 1, surfing on active volcanoes, which has risks such as flying molten lava or lethal volcano gases. And 2, surfing on inactive volcanoes, where you face no immediate danger and is closer to sandboarding. In both cases, riders wear protective gear, including jumpsuits and goggles, although these won't be of much help next to the potential dangers which include falling off, getting cut by the rough volcanic ash, breathing poisonous gases, contracting caver's disease, or being hit by flying molten lava. Talk about an insane attraction! X-Scream. At the top of the Stratosphere Tower in Las Vegas, you'll find X-Scream. the world's third highest amusement ride. It is approximately 866 feet off the ground and consists of a single open-top car over a 68-foot straight piece of track, similar to that of a conventional roller coaster. The ride was built on the ground and then lifted up by helicopter, with the entire lifting and assembling process taking only 2 hours. Once you're on the ride and safely buckled up, the track will rise and move the car back and forth like a seesaw, shooting you off the building 27 feet over the edge at 30 miles per hour and back. This plays on your fear of falling, and you should feel your heart drop all the way to your stomach with each movement. If you're brave enough to keep your eyes open, past riders agree that the front row is the best way to enjoy the gorgeous view of the city. Zip World Velocity. The fastest zip line in the world can be found near Bethesda in the United Kingdom. It is as close as you'll come to flying other than skydiving. Reaching speeds of up to 100 miles per hour and a height of 1,000 feet, it is the longest zip line in Europe. This ride guarantees a beautiful view and an extreme shot of adrenaline. A smaller zipper can be found at the same location for those who want a taste of the adventure before tackling the big one. The founder says that to develop this new experience, their team uses custom-made technology to increase speed and ensure the rider's comfort and accessibility. Due to the attraction's popularity, 2 more locations have been opened across the UK, with Zip World Velocity 2 featuring even faster and more extreme tracks in North Wales. They've also increased the capacity of the zipline to make it possible for 4 riders to go at the same time, reaching 125 miles per hour, making it the fastest zipline in the world. Cage of Death. Let's be real, you knew Australia was gonna make the list. Darwin, Australia is home to the Cage of Death, and if the name isn't warning enough, here's what the attraction consists of. As part of the Crocosaurus Aquarium, visitors can get into an acrylic enclosure 2 at a time and take a 15-minute dip in a pool surrounded by giant saltwater crocodiles that can reach a length of 15 to 20 feet. Watch them feed, swim, and snap their jaws while you're mere feet away. Regular feeding is actually a standard during the experience when the visitors are in the enclosure. It's a way to showcase the animal's natural instincts and give people the opportunity to see the infamous strength of its bite. Visitors are required to take a brief safety course before getting into the enclosure, but the only real thing you can do is pray the acrylic walls do their job. I think it's safe to say that this isn't for the faint-hearted. Niels Catapult. Embrace your inner superhero and ride the world's biggest human catapult. The Niels Catapult, or New Zealand's human slingshot, propels the rider 150 meters out across the valley at 492 feet up while they're attached by a strong bungee cord, making them soar through the air at exhilarating speeds, followed by a rebound that guarantees an adrenaline rush like no other. Depending on the velocity, the entire experience will last between 3 to 4 minutes, but it'll only take a second and a half for people to reach the speed of 62 miles per hour. Some of the ride rules include being over 13 years old, weighing at least 60 pounds, and filling out a questionnaire. Once you've done that, all you have to do is pay the fees, get a ride in one of their 4-wheel drive vehicles to reach Nevis Valley, get strapped in a harness and helmet, and off you go. This one-of-a-kind high-speed ride is a bucket list essential and will have you screaming out for more. And last but certainly not least, we have the Ladder to Heaven. If you're looking for an adrenaline rush with a gorgeous view, look no further. Austria's 40-meter-long Ladder to Heaven, or Sky Ladder, is exactly what you need. The beautiful mountains in Austria attract thousands of hikers and climbers each year, but due to certain parts being unreachable by hand, a Via Ferrata, or Iron Way, was established. A Via Ferrata is essentially an iron staircase that makes impassable cliffs or ledges attainable, even to less experienced climbers. This relatively new and unique feature bridges a giant gorge and takes climbers on a route of over 400 meters to the peak of the Donnerkogel, ensuring a heart-pumping and adrenaline-filled journey through the skies and mountains of Austria. If you are still wondering what to add to your bucket list, or if you're just an adventurous adrenaline junkie, you won't have to look any further after this list. Whether you're in Europe, America, or Asia, there's at least one attraction that's close enough for you to visit. So why don't you give it a go, if you feel like you're brave enough to do it, and get back to us in the comments to tell us about your experience. Thank you, Infomaniacs, for tuning into our video. We hope you enjoyed our picks of the world's most insane attractions, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, make sure to click on the notification bell, and don't forget to tell us in the comments which attraction you'd be most excited to try. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you real soon.